Hello everyone, I thought I would do this video to more of an update kind of for myself of how I'm getting on with my healing process since my accident, and in case it kind of helps anyone else, maybe gives them a bit of an idea of how long the healing journey might take. And it is important to note that everyone's kind of healing journey is different. Some people heal faster, some people heal slower, every injury is different. I'm just kind of sharing my experience and how I'm getting on. So a bit of background is basically my accident happened 3 weeks ago to the day today. I was out hiking / scrambling up a Munro in Scotland, in Fort William. I'd scrambled to the top successfully, everything was fine, and then I was just on the descent, which was just down kind of just a normal footpath. Basically, grabbed a rock, the rock came loose, there was scree under my feet as well, that kind of gave way a bit, and then I basically just kind of snowballed and tumbled down probably about 15-20 meters. At some point I must have kind of outstretched my arm to try and stop my fall, which then meant that my elbow dislocated. I was in kind of the most intense pain I've ever been in my life. I was crying, I was wailing, it was very, very traumatic. We called mountain rescue and they lifted me off the mountain, took me to the hospital. Took a few hours to kind of be seen and kind of for the pain meds and stuff to take effect, because I was in a lot of pain. They needed to x-ray and see kind of what had happened. They ended up reducing it or popping it back into place. It didn't work the first time round, so they had to do it again. I was in a plaster of Paris cast for 1 week, which I'll link a picture here, and then that got taken off, then replaced with a red kind of fabric sort of cast, which then went really hard as well. And again, I'll put a picture up here of that one. Last week we had the casts taken off, and I was basically just left in kind of just a fabric sling, not really any protection, nothing, basically just my bare arm, as you can kind of see right now. So that was about five days ago-ish. So today we are 3 weeks in. I wanted to kind of just show people where I was at with my range of motion, how I've been getting on, how I've been feeling, and kind of if anyone can kind of, I don't know, if they've been feeling similar, they can kind of maybe get some comfort in my healing journey. Okay, so basically this is my arm. I'll show you kind of the bruising so you can see it's very yellow, still very yellow. This, you can see my elbow is in place, but it's very purple, lots of bruising, very swollen. You can see it from like this angle as well. The bruising goes all the way up to here, so that's because my first cast basically went to here-ish. So I kind of bruised alongside of it, and like my arm swelled so much that it was kind of like over the cast a bit. And my second cast was kind of all the way up to almost my shoulder, so it was a bit better, so the swelling was like inside it. So in terms of like finger motion, I can move my fingers. They're a lot better than they were when the cast came off, but nowhere kind of, not too far off my original fingers. So in terms of, I'll just move onto the bed. So in terms of, if we talk about how my arm is stretching out, so that's my normal arm, perfectly fine. So I'll move on to this arm. That is basically me trying to fully stretch out. So you can see it's nowhere near kind of 180 degrees as my other arm would be. in terms of flexion, so obviously I can get all the way to my shoulder with my normal arm, with my gummy arm. I can kind of, that's like the furthest I can get, so you can see I'm like nowhere near my shoulder. I'm starting to get like a little bit of pain there as well. In terms of stretching out my arm, so I can twist my normal arm all the way up, so my palm is facing up. And in terms of this one, my palm is a bit further, but it's nowhere near kind of the facing up at the moment. So in terms of picking things up, got this pencil here, so I can pick it up and move it around slightly in my hand, clench. I can slightly clench. It does hurt a bit because the tendons here are very tight. I can write, but not very well. Fortunately, I am right-handed, so it doesn't really impact in that respect. One thing that I did find was quite interesting was with like a spray bottle, obviously with my right hand, spray it normally, it's all good. But then when I put it into my other arm, I'm like basically pressing with like all my might right now, and it's not spraying. So I've got a long way to go with kind of, I think, with that sort of movement. My physio appointment is in a week's time, so I have got like a week from now until physio, where they start giving me specific exercises to try and improve it. So basically my goal for the next week is to just mobilize it kind of as much as I can, just move it around, try and like just do any little tasks. So I'll just kind of pick something up and move it from like A to B, just try and do anything. Like I can't like touch my face really. I've got very good at doing things with just one hand, so I can like tie my shoelaces. I can't cut an onion, but I can cut most things. I can like make food, but I don't know if anyone was really interested, but I will actually talk about kind of emotionally how I'm feeling, because obviously it was very traumatic experience for me, going from someone who was pretty experienced with mountaineering, climbing, hiking, fell running, all that jazz, to go from that to like falling and tumbling was very hard. I have been getting kind of some intense flashbacks which have been quite traumatic. I do get very emotional still about it. I've been for a few little walks kind of around like woodland area, but as soon as I start kind of getting a bit higher, say like 30-40 meters, I start to kind of get a bit panicky, which I don't know whether it's a case of because my arm hurts, I don't want to fall. If I fell, like it would be horrible, or whether it's just I need to kind of get over that mental trauma to get back out there, get back out on the mountains, and hopefully kind of climb again. I've been getting a bit disheartened because I have been looking on YouTube at other people's journeys, and I feel like I'm a lot further behind at 3 weeks. So obviously my range of motion is not very good at the moment. I've seen other people who are really good at 3 weeks, which is kind of partly why I'm doing this video, just kind of experience how long it will take. I know it will take probably a few months before I can get, hopefully, touch wood, full range of motion back. I know that some people never do. I'm gonna try and remain hopeful that I might, and hopefully get back to kind of climbing. Like, I think it'll just be a case of mobilizing the arm as much as possible, and we'll take it from there. I will do another video on how I'm getting on, maybe in the next few weeks. Maybe when I've started physio, I might let you know about some exercises that they've told me that I should do and how I should improve it, and hopefully it might kind of help anyone else who might be going through this journey. Feel free to send me a message, add a comment below, let me know if this has happened to you, like how you felt, how long it took you to heal, and also the trauma wise, like how does one kind of come back from that. I know obviously, as I mentioned at the beginning, everyone's experiences are different, everyone has dislocated their elbow in a different way, so it's very difficult to compare, but it'd be nice to kind of see if there is anyone else out there experiencing something similar. So thank you for watching, and I will update you in a few weeks. Okay, see you later, bye.